Right, so in my earlier videos I spoke about how I try to integrate my Empower EV charger into my solar system so that my vehicle is charged up primarily or as much with solar as possible. So what type of solar system I have here, or the capacity? Well, I am running 6,600 watts that consist of 12 550 watt panels. But what I'd like to share as a potential or a solution for persons who are interested in doing ground mount solar arrays is the hardware that I use to support it. It's not typical purpose built solar ground mount hardware, but I actually repurposed 15-foot tall warehouse racking that I got from a surplus closing down warehouse. So they had it thrown down. These actually got forklift damage on some of the tail ends, like the lower 2 feet of it. But I was able to get quite a few of them that were undamaged. Those that were undamaged I actually used for the main rails going down. The damaged ones, I've cut them off. I actually cut these at 7-foot length on either end and throw away the damaged ends to make these supports here. And instead of having to fight with all of this in the ground and lined up, I actually casted that worked out to be about 4 and a little bit feet length into the ground there. So it's about 3 feet down and whatever is sticking up. So I actually got those lined up first, cast those in, and then bolted this on top of it at a later date. And since those came from other railing, I had a lot of these excess brackets that were from those lower sections that I pulled up, and I did some cross bracing right there to give some more rigidity. I don't really think I need it, but you have it, so might as well use it. As you can see, it is being braced off from the hose, anchor bolts, and this free end here. Let me see. I had a full rail that goes all the way to the ground onto this concrete pad, and then brace. So it's rigid as hell. I cheaped out a little bit, because what I could have done was then mounted a solar rail on top of that, but I just bought the mid clamps and head clamps and changed out the screws to self drilling screws and just ran them straight into this and worked my way up. It worked out pretty well. Was it as easy as if I had put down some actually, solar rails? Might have been, but I have a little bit more time than money, so I converted my time into money by not having to buy those rails and mount it. So yeah, came out pretty well. Very happy with it. It is, God, that thing is rigid. We had a bit of heavy winds last night, and I came out here and it didn't even twitch at all. Probably some heavy gusts up to, if I had to guess, maybe about 25-30 miles an hour winds. But yeah, these didn't even twitch. What am I going to do underneath here now? My wife is going to set up a couple of succulents, but I'm very tempted because in this area right here, and I'm moving on beyond my solar system, but I'm very tempted to put up a little bit of vertical hydroponics right at the front here, just to grow some lettuces and what have you. But that'll be for another video at another time. I'll give you a quick update on how this capacity has been charging the car. So far, we've set it up where the car how can I describe it? We are only charging the car at 3,000 odd kilowatts. Sorry, 3.3 kilowatts of power. It can go twice that, but I find that, you know, it draws too hard, and then I start pulling from the grid. So by just, let us say, trickle charging the car, and just getting my wife into the habit of constantly, you know, as soon as she gets home, plugging it in and setting the schedule to be the peak solar time, that I can actually charge up the car, or about 10 to 15 kilowatts of power a day based on her driving pattern. But yeah, that worked out pretty well, and I'm very happy with it. All right, everyone. I'll update you some more with some other project as I go along with life.